Oh. Not I. Right now, a group of 75 of us have chanted Hanuman Chalisa 101 times, symbolically. And we chanted again and again and again, Vidyavan Guni Ati Chatura. Vidyavan, someone who has knowledge, and Guni, someone who lives by that knowledge, which we call wisdom. Vidya, someone who knows values. Guni, someone who has made them virtues. Ati Chatura. Ati means very, extremely. Chatura means skilled, dexterous, able. And what we have to understand from this one half of a chopai is that if there is love, we give. And you see, Hanumanji loves Bhagwan Rama. And so Hanumanji changes himself to further Bhagwan Rama and further Bhagwan Rama's life and his teachings and his work. If there is love, there is giving. And Swami Chinmaya shares this as, you can give without love, but you cannot love without giving. Think about that. You can give without love. You can push someone. I gave you a push. Or basketball, I can give you a pass. I can give you a book. But I don't have to have love to do that. But if you love, you cannot resist giving to whom you love. And to make this subjective, to make this a Vedantic understanding, what this one half of a chopai teaches us is we have to give up our old ways, our poor habits, and at the deepest level, to give up our vasanas. What are some old ways or habits that we have that we just can't change? Negative ones, I don't mean positive ones. What are some of our habits? Sleeping in, certainly. Being angry, yes. Not good, but yes. Yes, junk food. And I feel our worst habit is not learning. That we become complacent, that this is who I am. We should accept that this is who we are, but then grow up from there. It doesn't matter how old you are, what gender, what circumstance. The people who don't give up their old ways, this line doesn't mean anything to them. And I'm reminded of a beautiful Western song. There's a band called Extreme. What is Extreme's most famous song? I feel the people in Cleveland will get this. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is there. They should know this. More than words. And this band is sharing, don't just tell me that you love me. Show me that you love me. So this morning, for some time, I'm going to share thoughts on the reality of love. We take love very casually. I love when it rains. I love cherry Slurpees. I love when I have good hair days. And then I love Bhagwan. The same word we use for Slurpee and God. The reality of love, and I hope that as we understand the reality of love, that we're made aware that love should be our reality. There's so much love in our lives, and when we're aware of that, we give back that love to make love a reality. Okay? So we begin. The word for the highest in Sanskrit in Vedanta is Brahman. Everyone here has heard the word Brahman before? Brahman in simple English means infinity. And another synonym of infinity is one. You see, in infinity, there's no one else to limit infinity. In oneness, there's also no one else to limit that oneness. So infinity is actually oneness. And another way to understand oneness is love. So what is Brahman? Brahman is love. And that's hard for us to experience because Brahman doesn't have a form. Brahman doesn't have a name. When we think of Valentine's Day, see, that's a name. When we think of a form, we think of roses, we think of hearts. So it helps us. Brahman doesn't have a form and name, but Brahman is love. And if there's love inside of you, if you're made of love, you can't help but give that. So Brahman, out of love, takes on a form and name. What do we start calling Brahman then? Bhagwan. Bhagwan has a specific form. Here we have Bhagwan Radha Krishna. We have Hanumanji. In 4 years, Chinmaya Mission Kitchener is going to have their own ashram also. Did you know that, Chinmaya Mission Kitchener? See, Chinmaya Nagra, we had an ashram in 8 years. On Friday, we bought an ashram for Chinmaya Mission London. That took 6 years. So now Kitchener is part of our Niagara family. So you have 4 years to have your own ashram in Kitchener. So, and at our ashram, we're going to have a shrine. In London, we're going to have Bhakta Hanuman. So in Kitchener, we don't know yet. Maybe Bhagwan Shiva will come there. So Brahman's love brings Bhagwan to us. And Bhagwan we call as the creator, correct? Our original parent. Now kids, I have a question for you. Are your parents your wish fulfillers or your well-wishers? Wish fulfillers or well-wishers? What they are. I'm not asking what you want them to be. They are your well-wishers. See, Balavira students, they know. We want them to be our wish fulfillers, but they are not. They are well-wishers. And our original parent, our creator, is also our well-wisher. When matters are difficult, when we can't see clarity, still, Bhagwan has created that circumstance to maximize our learning, to maximize our development. Isn't that love? A wish fulfiller would not be someone who loves you. A well-wisher would be someone who loves you. So Bhagwan is of the nature of love, and all that comes from Bhagwan is of the nature of love too, whether you understand it or not. You know, imagine trail mix is given to you as prasad. And in trail mix, they often put M&Ms or yogurt, yogurt pretzels, sure. But there's also almonds in there and raisins and so on and so forth. And you want that yogurt covered pretzel, or you want that M&M, but if you get an almond, it's still called prasad, correct? So in the same way, Bhagwan gives to us to maximize our self-development. Do you all feel Bhagwan's love? You're all saying yes, but you still complain, correct? Change my husband, change my wife, change my school, change my city, change my acharya. Sachinji should come to Niagara Falls, He'd be better here. Bhagwan can't help but share this love through Vidya. Vidya means that which helps us to remember love. Now, for all of the people who go to geography class, do they teach you about love in geography? In French, do you learn about how much love God shares on you? No. But Vidya is always based on love. So Bhagwan takes on more of a form and name in the form of knowledge. And I'll give you an example. Did Newton create gravity? No. Gravity was always there. Newton just documented it. So Vidya is like gravity. It's there. So Brahman expresses love as Bhagwan. Bhagwan expresses love as Vidya. To help us remember that this is all outside and inside. But we miss out on these insights in life. Insights like, you see, nature never forces growth. Can you force a flower to open? If you do force a flower to open, what happens to that flower? It dies fast and it doesn't smell beautiful, correct? But if a flower naturally blooms, it lasts longer and it smells more lovely. So nature is teaching us to be patient, to unfold naturally. Do we pay attention to nature? We're just looking for better wood for our homes, right? That's our relationship with nature. So Vidya can't help but express and share this love. So Vidya takes on more of a form and name and becomes the Shastra. Shastra means scripture. And if you don't understand this, you make the long A a short A and it becomes Shastra. What does Shastra mean? Weapon. If you don't understand knowledge, if you don't understand the insights of life, it's destructive to us and others. It's called Shastra then. But if you do understand, it's called Shastra. That which helps us to learn, to become disciplined. Our Shastras have many names. Hanuman Chalisa is a Shastra. Give me some more names of Shastras. Bhagavad Gita, yes. Ramayana and Mahabharata and Upanishads, very good. And Bala Bhagavatam, correct. Right? Many people haven't studied Srimad Bhagavatam, read Bala Bhagavatam. Absolutely. Another way to understand a Shastra is this is an instruction manual, isn't it? This is an instruction manual to understand the insights that we call Vidya, that this is all come from Bhagwan, that you are also infinite. So our Shastras are more of a name and form of Vidya. And this is all flowing by love. And why is this all happening? For you, for me. You think Bhagwan needs the Shastra? This is for us. Now, how many people understand the Shastra? When you study Srimad Bhagavad Gita, you only use Sanskrit, correct? No translation, no commentary, correct? The Shastra expresses love in the form of a Sadguru. The one who has more of a form and name as compared to the Shastra. The Sadguru, and if you open up these words, Guru means the one who removes darkness, correct? And Sad means Sat, that which is real. But in this context, I want you to understand Sat as being possibility. The one who removes impossibility is the Sadguru. The Sadguru shows us that what the instruction manual shares is possible. That we can live independently, we can live joyously, we can live balanced, and we can keep learning. Sometimes the Shastra is not enough for us. We intellectually believe this, but we don't have faith in this. A Sadguru nurtures that faith. Think of the love from Brahman, Bhagwan, Vidya, Shastra, Sadguru, and today is Acharya Shankara's Jayanti. Our Acharya Shankara, whom our entire Guru Shishya Parampara, Mukhya Swami Swarupananda, Puja Guruji Swami Tejamayananda, Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda, Parama Guru Swami Tapovanam, all of them are adherents to Acharya Shankara. And if you think of the work, the life, the teachings of Acharya Shankara, he's the one who created the mathas, the different establishments in Bharat, to continue the life and teachings and work. And I think that the Guru Shishya Parampara, the organization that's carrying on Shankara's life and teachings and work the most. The Mathas are doing a lot of work, but it is Chinmaya mission who's making the Upanishads, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, accessible according to Acharya Shankara. And if you don't have the same faith as me, wasn't it Acharya Shankara's lineage who gave the birthplace of Acharya Shankara to Swami Chinmayananda? When Kaladi's right there, no? Why didn't they give it to the people who are organizing and facilitating the work in Kaladi, Acharya Shankara's father's home? But they came to Gurudev and said, this is your home. Acharya Shankara is someone who tirelessly shared love with us by taking our hands and putting our hands on the Shastra, taking our hands and putting our hands on Vidya, on Bhagwan. And I keep going up, but really I should go deeper, because finally, where do your hands go? On yourself, which we call Atman or Brahman. Tirelessly, Acharya Shankara expressed this love. You know, we get tired when we have to wake up a little bit early to take a bus to go from Kitchener to Niagara Falls, correct? We took a bus. He walked up and down Bharat on foot 4 times. Up, down, walking up and down our stairs 4 times. You know, I can't do this again. I'm just going to stay downstairs. You broadcast downstairs. He met people who hated him. He met people who wanted to kill him. He met people who loved him, people who praised him. And he was balanced with all of these people. He wrote so much on Sanatana Dharma that Bhagwan Vedvyasa came and doubled his life. He was only supposed to live till 16. Bhagwan Vedvyasa said, you're doing so much work for Sanatana Dharma, may you live twice as long. And so his body demanifested at the age of 32. He didn't do this for himself. Please don't think he had this agenda to become popular. There's no such thing as popularity at the time. There's no Facebook. There's no likes and dislikes, correct? There's no voting. There's no printing press, leave alone internet. And he did all of this because this is reality. Reality, which we call Brahman. He's of the nature of love and expresses that love. When we become aware of the reality of love, we make love our reality. And as long as love is not your reality, more awareness is needed. Acharya Shankara's Jayanti is not for him, it's for us to remember Sumira Pavana Kumara, which means Simran, which means Smarana. To remember Acharya Shankara and all those who came before him and all those who are coming after him. When we were at the Overseas Acharyas Conference in 2009, at that time, 55 Acharyas from around the world had come for training with Pujya Swami Tejamayana. And he told all of us, all, trained sevaks and sevikas of Chinmaya Mission and Advaita Vedanta, he said Chinmaya Mission is built on 2 pillars. Pillar number 1, he looked at all of us and said, is the Acharyas. And what is the second pillar? Not Gurudev. He's also counting as the Acharyas. Students, also he didn't say that. He said Grahastas. In other words, family people who are like students. That's the second pillar. Or he didn't say 1, 2, as in 1 comes first and then 2. He simply said Chinmaya Mission is built on 2 pillars, our Acharyas and our families. And what I'm bringing to everyone's attention is how much our Acharyas love our families here in Niagara Falls and Kitchener and all of the centers that we're in. And the families have to love back. If you feel this love, you cannot resist but to love back. And loving back is that ati chatura, where whatever you need to become, you become that. Like Hanumanji with Bhagwan Rama. How much Bhagwan Rama loved Hanumanji. And Hanumanji was aware of it, so he loved back. Narayana.